Brian Little.
Hello. So, I picked up the iPhone XR. Now, what are my thoughts on switching from Android? You will find out in this video. And just an FYI, no hate, I'm not an Apple fanboy. So I'm not going to show you what you get inside the box because I think iPhone unboxings are useless as you get the same shit inside the box but with a different iPhone every year. However, the new thing is that they have got rid of the 3.5mm to the lightning connector port, jack or the dongle. So you have to buy that for $10 extra even after paying 750 US dollars or 1 trillion Canadian dollars, as you know. This is a budget-friendly iPhone. It's not an expensive iPhone. It's the budget-friendly iPhone. So, pretty much. And yeah, one more thing. I actually forgot to record the unboxing when I got this phone. I have this phone here and I've been using it for over like a week now. And that's the reason why I'm making this review. Come on, stop judging me. Go away. Need to clean my room, man. It gets so messy here. Hey, Google, remind me to clean my room, huh?
Why don't you ask that bitch Siri to clean your room out?
You serious, Google? Like, what the fuck? The iPhone XR feels solid and has heft to it. Definitely a solid build in comparison to my Pixel 2 XL. XR feels more heavier at 194 grams. And even it feels more chunkier and obviously it's thick. It feels more chunkier than its elder brother, the Christmas. The iPhone XS Max or the X Max or whatever you cool kids call it these days. Also, it gives you that Note 9 kind of a feeling when you have it in your hand. If you've ever held the Note 9, it feels solid and it gives you that same feeling, which might be a good thing for some and might not be. It depends on your preference. I personally like the feel of my Pixel 2 XL as it feels very light, and even the S8 which I have right here, it's charging on the dock. I don't know why it's still sitting there, but yeah, I like that as well. And no doubt, the iPhone looks beautiful. The XR is covered in glass with metal frame in between, and the metal frame has the same color accent too, just like the color of your device. And the accent on the metal frame is actually gold, which looks kind of dope. The camera bump is pretty significant, and I don't think so that that's an issue because I think it looks pretty cool. And there is also a huge power button, and I like it. I kind of like the feeling, as you know, it covers your entire thumb. The other thing is Apple could implement and bring back the Touch ID on the power button, just like how Sony did. But I don't think so that's going to happen because Apple will never go back to Touch ID. It's all about the facial recognition, homie G's. Also, I like the toggle switch here to put your phone on silent. I think more and more phones should have that instead of, the alert slider or the Bixby button. I just escalated Samsung. Not really. Everybody hated Bixby, but I think I might have escalated some of the OnePlus fans right here. I'm talking about the fancy liquid Retina display. I think Apple should not call it that. Absolutely, don't do it, Apple. It's just a LCD panel. I don't think so they should give it a fancy name. The borders around the screen are thick. Other than that, I don't really mind the screen. The screen is fairly bright, and even in outdoor condition, it looks pretty amazing. Obviously, it's a lower resolution than the iPhone XS or XS Max or the Christmas. And I agree that, it's really hard for a human eye to distinguish between a display which is anything over 720p. But for somebody like me who switches phones pretty often and consumes 95% of my video entertainment on my cell phone, even though I have a TV right behind me, I think it was really easy to spot the difference for me. I switched from my 1440p display on my Pixel 2 XL to the iPhone XR, which is, I don't even know, 820p? Not even 1080. Because like most of the content creators that I follow or watch produces their content in 4K, and I'm easily able to watch it in 1440p on my smartphone. And I like that extra crispiness and sharpness as it's just like so pleasing to the eyes. I usually talk about the camera towards the end of the video, but I think it's the time to talk about it right now because I think a lot of people might be interested in knowing about that. And as you know, that this one only has one camera, unlike the 10s and the Christmas. Just one camera here. Portrait mode works with faces only and does not work with objects and animal, which is bummer, and it performs as great as it performs on the iPhone 10s and the 10s Max. The thing is, I never understood why do you need the second lens to get that depth if you can get it from software. So I kind of think the 10s and the 10s Max have a useless telephoto lens. Obviously, it's good for optical zooming, but for telephoto, for portrait modes, I don't think so. The selfies taken from the front camera are good, but not the best. The pictures taken from the back camera are sometimes great, depending on the lighting condition, and sometimes they are just absolutely miserable. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it, they are miserable. The low light performance is not what you would expect, or I would expect from a $750 phone, which is around $1,130 in Canada after taxes. The phone has option to control the depth in aperture value at the time of shot and even after the shot is taken in aperture value, not just a slider. So if you're a camera enthusiast, you would know how much, like at f4, how much depth you would get, or at f1.8, how much depth you would get. But if you're not, or you don't know what aperture is, I would just recommend just slide the slider to control your depth at the back of your, to control the bokeh effect on your pictures. I've noticed that at a lower aperture value than f2.0, my ears are just blurred out. My tiny ears are just like, Apple just like, the camera just like takes them off as if, they don't exist. It only recognizes the front of my face, does not recognize my sideburns, and I don't know, that's weird. Camera does 4K at 60 frames per second, but the video is recorded in H.265 codec, which is recorded at a lower bitrate, which should not be an issue, but it's difficult to work around in post-production. So I recorded a super cool sequence for this review on the iPhone 10R, the 10R at 60 FPS, but it turned out it looked good on the phone, it still looks good on the phone, but it turned out absolutely miserable, and I could not work around with this. Moving on, let's talk about some of the cool things on this phone. Talking about one of my favorite feature on the iPhone 10 and the newer iPhones is the Emoji. Every iPhone that comes with Face ID has this cool feature, and this is how Face ID earns my respect, because it's not only just about unlocking the phone, it's also about the facial recognition. And Emoji uses your facial moments and makes it look really good. Oh, that's so beautiful. That looks so cute, to be honest. And this is the best feature, I would say. Kudos to Apple for including using the facial recognition system in such a great way. Oh, I love it. So on the home screen, if you get notification, they will be hidden till the time you bring your face close to your phone, unlock with the Face ID, and absolutely that looks futuristic as your notifications just pop looking at your face. Yeah, so I forgot to mention one more thing. The Face ID does not work in landscape. The Face ID works in portrait mode perfectly, but in order for Face ID to work, you will have to open your eyeballs. Now, it's really painful in the morning. The first thing that you do, at least what I do in the morning is pick up my phone after turning off my alarm. And this is what happens. I can't unlock my phone if I can't unlock my phone if I don't open my eyes completely. Now, that's kind of dumb, because you would not want to open your eyeballs completely towards your phone in the morning, so you are literally. Hey Google, stop the alarm. There is no battery percentage on your screen and no option in setting to turn it on. In order to check the battery percentage, you need to swipe down from the right side and it's located in control center. Now that's dumb and absolutely annoying. I mean, how? That's like the most essential thing. I would rather not have, the always on popping location symbol. I would rather see my battery percentage. Apple, please fix that. That's dumb. The speakers are pretty amazing on this phone, and I feel the sound is very rich, clear, and with lots of bass. Even with a poor placement of the speaker, which is right here as you see, I still think that the speakers sound so good. The A12 Bionic chip is deadly fast, and I don't know a single instance where this phone suffered or struggled in doing a task. Absolutely perfect. I wish every chip would be like that on a smartphone. By the way, the pizza is downstairs. Gotta run. The battery life is perfect, amazing. It's way better than my Pixel 2 XL, and I thought Pixel 2 XL had great battery life.
So in conclusion, the iPhone XR is a great budget device.
Wait, what you doing here? What are you doing, dude?
I'm filming.
What the hell? I just went to grab a slice of pizza, man. Like, are you serious? No, dude, okay, move. It's like my show. It's my channel. Like, oh, are you trying to get up now? You crippled boy. I think Apple is doing an excellent job with iOS, but it's not that advanced in terms of extra control over your device. I don't even want to talk about Siri. I mean, let's just not address the elephant in the room. Hey Google, what's up? Yeah.
I'm in full Christmas spirit mode.
Atta
I can
girl.
help you get into the spirit.
Yeah.
Just ask for a holiday fun fact.
Oh my god, Google, shut the fuck up. Like, okay, call it a day. According to me, the iPhone XR is a great device. It has amazing battery life, it's really snappy, but at the price of $750, I don't really think it's cheap. It does not even fall in the category of the iPhone 5S and the 5C, as it's bigger than its sibling, the iPhone XS Max. I mean, the iPhone XS. So who exactly is this device for? I mean, you can't say that, hey, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, $750 is a lot of money for a phone with a camera like that. I'm sorry, but I think I will have to pass on that. So until next time, my name is Himanshu, and
My name is Nolan Freeman.